Hey yo, welcome to the Daily Routine for June 7th, 2011. I'm the boy Junior Ma. We're gonna rock out with the Sunshine to the Rain by Mira Ben Ari featuring Scarface and Anthony Hamilton. Yo, that violin vicious, yo. Thought it was kind of appropriate on this rainy day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Hey, yo, I had to dust that joint off and pull it out the cut. I forgot how banging that joint was, man. Again, that was Shorty Mira Ben Ari on the violin. She's known as the hip-hop violinist, you know what I mean? And again, on this rainy day in Pittsburgh, I kind of came across that joint, rediscovered that joint, and I just thought it was appropriate. I wanted to start off the show. Again, just a quick reminder, you're watching the Daily Routine, and I'm your host, Junior Ma. We're going to get right into this joint. It's Tuesday, June 7th, 2011. So much going on yesterday, doing so much work with my channel, MyTV 10. So much in conjunction with DJ Newt Naka, that yesterday I just worked on the site all yesterday, figuring that we would broadcast the Pirate Radio show last night, but unfortunately Knock didn't get back in town until early a.m. and so we may do a special broadcast tonight of Pirate Radio from Studio 412 featuring DJ Newt Naka. So I'm not going to promise, but stay tuned for that. Again, you know, just doing this shit for the channel, the MyTV 10 internet network, and for newtnaka.com. I was all busy yesterday, and again, just trying to get back into show mode and broadcast mode or whatever. And just to go back real quick, when I first started this joint, again, I didn't know who would watch. I didn't really expect anybody to watch. I know what I intended the show to. I know the purpose I intended the show to serve. But beyond that, you know what I mean? Again, I really had no goal, no demographic. You know what I mean? Really, in real shit, my goal was to just get one person to watch the show. Like the old cliche, if you can reach one person, then you've done your job. You know what I mean? And so again, those old and simple cliches have not been around since however long they've been around for nothing. And so really, that really was my goal and objective, just to get, you know what I mean, one person, whoever rocked out with me or whoever fucked with me on whatever level, on whatever tip, that's the person or people that I was talking to. And so again, really the only one goal that I had personally, though, as far as what I wanted to get out of it, really was just to become a better host. You know what I mean? Whether, again, the radio opportunity wasn't even on the table at that time. So again, I created the Junior Show format, again, to be in charge of my own material, be in charge of my own content is the word I was looking for. And again, I really had no expectation except for if I was going to do it, not having done it before, my personal goal was just to become a better host at hosting my show. You know what I mean? And so again, you know, just coming into it with an open mind, coming into it as a student of the game. Shout out to Young Strachey, Chi-Town Stand Up, Pittsburgh Stand Tough. And like I said, when I learned from all of the best from being raised off of TV, I learned from all the best, from the Johnny Carsons to the David Lettermans, you know what I mean, to all of the great comics and great shows that came before it, you know what I'm saying, like Black or White. Like, to me, that doesn't even register on my grid, you know what I'm saying. Like, talent is talent, entertainment is entertainment, and like I've always stressed before, and I've just stressed on previous shows, you know what I mean, human beings is human beings. And so all of that to say, you know what I mean, my only personal goal out of this shit was to become a better host. And like, I may get on here and I may talk shit or whatever, but again, that's what I do. I'm from Philly, that's what we do. But I learned something last night by watching Top Chef, of all shows. Again, people may watch Top Chef to get their cooking game on, or to get tips and whatnot around the kitchen. And so my girl watched the joint, and she can't cook. She's getting better. She's getting better. I'm not coming at her. She's getting better. But like, she been watching Top Chef from the gate, and so I sort of kind of fell in love with the Food Channel, and Top Chef is one of our favorite shows that we watch on the Food Network. And so, all of that to say, I never thought that I would get hosting tips or advice or critiques from Top Chef, and that's exactly what happened last night, y'all. They were doing a segment where each Top Chef had to intro the segment for a potential show if they would win the Top Chef contest or whatever. And so just by them getting constructive criticism or getting criticized from the host and whatnot, it let me know, and it showed me that I was doing all of the things that is really like a TV no-no. You know what I mean? And like, so by watching that and watching those contestants on Top Chef getting criticized and being told what they were doing wrong, like for real, it let me know like how bad I really am. Like, yo, I'm terrible at this shit. And so once I came to that conclusion, you know, if you know me, you know, I always say everything must balance. There is no good and evil. There's only power. You know what I'm saying? And it's about balancing and maintaining the harmony between the two forces. You know what I'm saying? And so, by me realizing and coming to the realization, like, how really bad and terrible of a TV host I would be if this was, you know, actual TV, again, the balance came right back. And it's like, well, again, that's why I brodied my way onto TV, because I'm real like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it made me understand, although I may not be the best host for a show or whatever, you know what I mean? I may not be your first suitable host for an event or whatnot, but at the end of the day, the people that fucks with me because I'm real. And with real, I mean a reminder that everybody ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to touch on that as I segue into that. But, like, that's the bottom line right there. Like, I do this shit and I create it my own way because, again, I understand that through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you can manifest your own reality and create your own worlds and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, like, I do things unorthodox because I can. You know what I mean? Again, it's my TV show. It's my network. You know what I'm saying? It's my world. Because I so choose, and I'm the architect, and I create and I design my own world accordingly. You know what I mean? And so, all of that to say, like, thanks for my peoples that put up with me. Like, I can't even really stand the sound of my own voice for real when I run this shit back. And so, shout out to all of the people that even tolerated me and put up with my shit and really rock out with the ball regardless. But, like, I learned from Top Chef last night that I am a terrible talk show host, y'all. But I'm going to stick true and hold to my promise in that my whole goal and objective is to get better at doing this. And so that's what I'm going to do. So big shout out to Top Chef for opening my eyes. And so, again, like I always say, you can learn something from anything. You know what I mean? And so Top Chef was the very least source that I thought I would learn talk show tips from, or learn what I was doing wrong in hosting or being in front of a camera. But like I said, you can learn the damnedest things from some of the craziest sources. And so that being said, let me just address some of the artists real quick that I work with out here, you know what I'm saying, doing this promo shit, doing this management shit when I just touched on being real. You know what I mean? Like I said before, like, I'm Junior Moth. At the end of the day, I'm Junior Moth regardless. Like, I'm not an act, I'm not a character, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting on here trying to sell you something. I'm not trying to get you to download my song. I'm not on here telling jokes. I'm not singing. I'm not dancing. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Again, I'm just real. I'm giving you me, raw dogs. If you fuck with me, I fucks with you. You know what I mean? Simple as that. But, like, when you're dealing with artists, that, again, I'm not saying the artist is not real. I'm just saying that, like, when you're an artist, you are putting yourself into the world of entertainment, into the entertainment business, which is phony like I'm gonna just put it out there, is phony by its nature. All right. So when you choose to enter that world, you have to deal with all of the falseness and all of the bullshit that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And like when you employ me to in whatever capacity to rock out with you through that, then you fuck with me. You fuck with me. You know what I mean? And you got to understand and trust that I got your best interest at heart, whether or not you understand some of the things I may say to you, or some of the things that I may do. You know what I mean? You have to trust. If you come to me, you have to trust that I have your best interest at heart. At the end of the day, again, I'm not an artist. Okay, so I have nothing to benefit by helping you out, dogs. You know what I'm saying? When you go to another artist to help you out, don't think by all means his main objective is to forward his career. Alright? He may collab with you, he may put you in the forefront for this show or whatever, but at the end of the day, dog, that man got a career he trying to get off the ground too. So if you're not beneficial to him, you know what I'm saying, then you're no longer useful, and then there becomes friction within that arrangement right there. And so you got these artists that come to me, you know what I mean, to serve in a management capacity for them, to serve for them in a promotional capacity for them. But yet, as soon as I turn around, as soon as you know what I mean, we hang up the phone, you talking to another cat, whether it's an artist or a real motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, collabing and politicking with them when, like I said, like, I'm not no entertainer. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in these streets. So if you fuck with somebody where I got animosity with out here on these bricks, then we can no longer operate within the music parameters because you done stepped outside of that where shit's real. You know what I mean? So like the bottom of the line, y'all, like y'all artists, like if y'all fuck with me, fuck with me. I tell y'all to do something not because I'm trying to control or whatever, but there's a reason. And by you not knowing or not understanding that and going against the grain, you know what I'm saying, and hollering at this boy in this camp and this boy in this camp that I may or may not have a problem with, then you putting yourself in the middle of some shit that you might not be ready to handle when the shit come down. So like that's all I'm saying. Like if you want to be in this entertainment shit and come at me to help you out with that, then by all means I'll do that. But then you gotta respect the parameters of that, because again, I've been here in Pittsburgh for 17 years. You know what I'm saying? So like my young boys is probably year old heads. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, you don't know who I know. You don't know what I do out here but outside of this work shit. You know what I'm saying? I dig work like dirt. I dig dirt like worms. You know what I mean? And so all of that being said, man, if you come at me on this music shit, again, you got to trust and know that I will keep your best interests at heart. The minute you step outside those bounds and start dealing with real or start dealing with people who I got real issues with outside of the entertainment market, then you put yourself in an adverse position. You know what I mean? Really not even to me, because I understand you're coming at it from a different angle, but you put our business relationship, you know what I mean, in a quagmire. And that's all I just wanted to remind a couple of y'all artists out there of that. So if artists that came at me and it looked like I'm not moving out, or I'm not returning your calls, or you know what I'm saying, I'm not collabing with certain people, you know what I mean, like that's why, dog. And like again, everything ain't for everybody, you know what I mean. One thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. So that's what I'm saying. You keep my street shit out of your career, you know what I mean? And I'll keep my street career out of your music business, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, we're going to take a pause for the cause. We'll be right back with the Daily Routine.